What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tapping into the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. If you've been here, I don't know why you're not subscribed yet. So since I want to act like the newsman and bring y'all some news, I thought I'd throw on a button up and look kind of presentable. So today we're gonna be talking about the Democratic Party, what they got going on over there. They just had the DNC election, the National Committee. They came together and to re-elect the committee, um, and it was terrible. It's a terrible lineup, just like they last 4 to 8 years was terrible. Um, so let's just get right into it because it's really not much to talk about outside of like just to get into it. So let's make this picture a little larger. Let's show you guys who we rocking with. All right. So this nice diverse group of people is who they thought would be a good idea to show that they are meaning business. These are the people that's supposed to mean business and bring the party back and put people back, bring them back. I can't wait to talk about him. We gonna talk about him second. We gonna talk about her first, okay? And then we're gonna talk about him because the Democrats already regretting putting him in play. All right. So these three are your vice chair members. This is the secretary, I think. She's the voter rights specialist, and I think this is the treasurer or something like that. I really don't care because we only talking about him, and her. And I'm gonna show you why. This is why I say I really don't care because all these other people, if I look into them, I'm pretty sure the connections will get worse. Okay, so let's start with Ryan. Okay, Ryan Morgan, Walters Morgan. Um, what does she want to do as your next vice chair for civic engagement and voter participation? Ryan will help the DNC reconnect with critical voters, fight back against Donald Trump's voter suppression agenda, and dream bigger about opportunities ahead. What does that mean? What voter suppression agenda? Because the only major thing I know Trump is doing to America, other than cleaning these streets up, getting his money back into America, is mass deportation. So I don't know, because I mean, I've been paying attention pretty well, and Donald Trump has yet to take away anything of my rights. So let's see what she's about. Let's see who she is. Because when I tried to find her Wikipedia, I couldn't find nothing. I couldn't find no Wikipedia like I could find on Ken Martin and David Hogg. And I can't wait till we talk about Kevin Martin because, oh, man, Kevin, I mean, I keep calling him Kevin. I don't know why I call him Kevin. Ken, my bad, Ken Martin. Okay, Ken. So, who is this? She was born in Brooklyn, raised in North Carolina. Um, Voting rights advocate and proud alumni. So what she go to school for? Okay, so she went to North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and she went to Howard University. She started her voting rights advocacy work in college at Chapel Hill. So she DEI. She was born. She was first generation DEI essentially. She was first generation DEI. And then we go down here, let's keep reading, where she was the first woman of color and the second woman ever elected student body president. As a student, she focused on voter registration and initiated efforts that eventually led to the first satellite polling location. Polling location within walking distance of campus. So, um, I need people to help me out if y'all come across this video. Is that the new politically correct thing that they doing? They say women of color now because I thought black women said black women. So what is it though? Like what is she known for? She known for being bringing DEI programs to the North Carolina Chapel Hill University. That is what this lady is known for. That's who she is. She is for DEI, and she's also a connected to Hillary Clinton. Anybody that works for the campaign, anybody that ever done anything for Clinton is a Clinton plant. That's a lifetime thing. That's like getting in a club. That's like being how people want to say Illuminati. That's like the Illuminati. Once you work for them, you work for them for forever because you're going to know so many dirty secrets that you can't help but to be in bed with them forever. Okay, so this is the first person. Okay, the civil voting engineer, whatever the hell that is. Um, and she worked for Clinton's campaign out there. So let's keep going. Okay, so we know who she is. I guess I'm not really sure. I'm still not sure. I'm not sure if she's a black woman. I'm not sure what she really went to school for, but I know she worked for Clinton, and that's all I need to know. So let's get into my boy here, Ken. Now, he was a yes man. They made him the chair. He's the head honcho on the committee. He's been a yes man his entire career. He was never a politician. He wasn't a judge, congressman, um, mayor, or alderman. He wasn't even like on the board of trustees. He's always been like organizer for Democrats. He worked as you can see, he worked for the Kansas Democratic Party, but his career really was in Minnesota, okay? Because that's where he's from. So he really came back home in Minnesota, and guess who he got in office? But before we get that, just let's look at some of his highlights of his career. He worked on the campaign for Al Gore in the 2000s. Then he worked for John Kerry. John Kerry. So that's two losers right there. Okay, so let's keep going. Scroll down here. I had it highlighted earlier. I forgot where my highlight went. But where did it go? Here it go right here. So in 2016, Minnesota was one of only two Midwestern states to vote for the Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton, and we were another one, Chicago. Sad. It was sad. In addition, despite losses of rural congressional seats throughout the country, the DFL won all three of its rural congressional races, re-electing Tom Waltz, Mr. Tampon, shout out Anton Daniels, Tim Tampon, and Colin Peterson. I have no idea about him, but I know this man is insane. Wanting to put tampons in boys' bathrooms and lying about the type of service you did in the military. That's crazy. So just without even having to get into depth with him, you see what type of guy he is. Connections to the Clinton Foundation, connections to Hillary Clinton, okay, and her 2016 campaign. So trust me, these people are still in bed. These are people that Hillary Clinton and her people wanted to put in play. Okay, so they could still have power. Don't let this fly over your head. Okay, these are two people with both connections to the 2016 Hillary Clinton campaign, and these are people that they put in on the chair. So let's move on from Yes Man, because that's who this was. He was a boy, and if you know, you know, he was a B. I really want to say it, but I'm scared. I don't know how YouTube really work like that. He was one of them though. He was a bitch boy. He was a bitch boy, and been doing his whole career. And then you want to put him in charge of the convention. These people are the people who make things happen within the party. These are the people that help line up the candidates when the political platform comes out for the committee and all of this stuff. Like when these presidential nominees come out and these high profile candidates and these agendas are being pushed, these are the people that are helping. These are the people that's approving this stuff. This is the people that's putting the money behind these agendas. Okay, These are the people that are, you know what I'm saying, going out there or this is the head organizers. So these are the people that would go like the local organizations. These are the people that reach out to them. These are the people that go talk to them. So these are the people that are commingling within local politics. Okay? Not just national politics, but these people are commingling within the local politics, like your local mayors and stuff like that. Because if they're running in the Democratic Party, they're gonna be running through these people. So everybody that's gonna be running through the Democratic Party, these people are gonna have to okay it. These are the people that are okaying these nominees and okaying the the national funding from the party to these people campaigns. These people. Yes man, a yes man and a woman who just popped up. She just popped up like an NPC. Like if you ever played Grand Theft Auto or ever seen your kids play a game, or if you a gamer and you know you just walking down the street and a person just appear out the sky. That's Raina. She just a random person that they just made her. I'm convinced they just made her. So let's talk about David a little bit before I end this video, because it's not too much to talk about him, because he's a gun control advocate and he's the leader of gun reform. So this is like a baby Gavin Newsom. This is like a baby Gavin Newsom, and they want to propel him as like the face of the Democratic Party at some point. But they already saying they regret putting him up there. This man is a baby Gavin Newsom. And with that, I don't have to go too much in depth with that, because you see how California is looking and ran. They can't even use their own water to put out fires. That's what type of guy this guy is. Without even having to go in detail, forget his life. His timeline is quick. This is supposed to be the young guy. He was born in 2000 in Los Angeles. Okay? So his little timeline, let's look at his little timeline. What did he do with his life? 2000, he was born in California. 2018, he was a survivor of a mass shooting. I give him that one. Okay, so I see where he would try to come from with that. But see, that's not, something where I could sit here and be like, but you should propel him, somebody who has this type of trauma and bias, to a right. Like, I'm not saying those, that was a tragedy. Anytime those things happen, those are a tragedy. But at the same time, that does not give you the right just to take those away. Because remember, a lot of us people, because I'm, early 2000s, mid 2000s, going to school and stuff like that, where it was real police sitting outside and in the schools with firearms. They started to roll that stuff back. They all wanted to do the defund the police and do all of this other stuff. Well, rolling back that type of stuff right there, that's what happens. Because I remember, if you fight at school, I remember when you used to fight at school, security will break you up. But if you fight at a certain time, the police coming in there on your ass. And they going to put you in cuffs and they going to take you to the principal's office. And you might end up going to jail depending on who you were. That was a fact. I remember like monthly, like once a month, every week, they had the police at the school doing something. And I'm talking about searching lockers. People was always getting raided. I mean, it was guys catching cases, getting expelled because they would always just randomly pop up with the drug sniffing dogs and going through lockers, and don't let them actually get a tip that you was doing something. I was over with. It was over with. They gonna send that nerdy kid to come cop from you, and that's over with. You going right to jail. So, he's one of the people that want to roll back gun rights, and he wants to roll back a lot of other stuff. And as you see, his own party is scared and don't even and they don't even want him to be what they trying to propel him to be. So that's the Democrats, y'all. That is the Democrats. They have no real plan for the future. They want to keep doing the same old, same old. If you vote for them, they just gonna be doing the same old, taking your rights, taking your money, making you feel less and less as a citizen. So, I mean, he might have a tragic backstory, but that don't mean I agree with his ideals whatsoever. So, him becoming a leader in gun reform does not help their case, and I'm scared to really look into if he has any other associations with politicians, because I mean we already see 2 out of the 3 having connections to the 2016 Hillary Clinton um election. I mean her campaign. So, but then again, this is what they do though. This is what they do. You know, the Democrats, they try and always position people, they like that victim card. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not calling him that like as in like, you know, I'm not trying to talk about the child, but what I'm saying is they want to pull on that string so you can overlook what they actually trying to do. You'll be so focused on the tragedy and that and that aspect of it, but not the effects is what I'm saying. You know, they that's what they do. They try to pull on your heartstrings. They try to keep you thinking like a victim. They try to keep you scared. And as you can see, they haven't changed up their ideals. They haven't tried to reform too much. It's pretty much the same old with them. So with that, I'm out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, I get earned to subscribe or a like or a comment. Hopefully, I see you at the next video. No telling what we'll talk about. And with that, I'm out of here. Peace.